Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Warner. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run with their jack-of-all-trades. It's Deebo Samuel. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Deebo. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From the 10. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the jump. 19 Tigers.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Johnson, the man in motion right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. In motion right, here comes Johnson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. He'll drop to throw.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Back to throw again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now Patterson to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Completes this one to Pickens. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Check pass, check pass.
Trap 50, trap 50. 2nd and 3. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Bullock's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
26.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. first down. Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Johnson goes in motion left. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, we're
Cordero Patterson, the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cordero Patterson, 82 yards.
And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, go! Hey, check that, street. Go, Reed, go! Read the light.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you get 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Moss.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Second down and 8.
On play action, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tony Gonzalez, 34 yards.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Take him down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
19 tight, 19 tight. Nothing, 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Trying to run it with Patterson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Grab 60, grab 60. Grab 60. 3. Can't 11.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
But all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You